Okay, so my name is Katelyn Ostrem, and my second speech is going to be on how to plan a wedding. So I want to talk to you guys and inform you guys about the larger details and the smaller details that you don't think of when you think of wedding planning. And so one of the things that when people get engaged, you're like, ooh, yay, I've got some time to be happy and I don't have to worry about anything right now. But then they try to plan, 4 months ahead, and it does not always work out very well. So the average amount of time needed is 6 to 12 months. In my case, 6 months. So there are 80 different tasks that are on the to-do list on the Wedding Wire app. It's an iPhone app. And there is also an app called The Knot. They're both wedding planning apps. And so how this pertains to people in the audience would be, obviously, you've gotten married or maybe getting married one day. Okay, so you get engaged and it's time to start planning. So where do you start? So first of all, you want to think of what time of year you want to get married. Do you want to do it in the fall, the spring, the summer, the winters, whichever you prefer. And whenever you choose that, you can choose what day you want, whether a weekday, a weekend, depending. And when you're trying to choose a day, it's also very important to think about venue availability, because not all venues are available in the winter if they're outside, or in the summer, or say if they're a church, they may not always be available on Sundays because they have Sunday service. And after you are able to choose your venue and your season, then you can look at color charts and see which season has which colors that will complement your background. And for the fall, they have reds, purples, browns, and orange. For winter, they have blue, gray, gold, and pink. Spring are purples, light pinks, white, and yellows. And summer is blue, greens, yellows, oranges, and reds. And you want to look for complementing colors such as red and green, purple and yellow. And there are more on the virtualinstructor.com. And once you have figured out your venue and your colors, now you can kind of decide and think about your guest list. Who all do you want there? Do you want a big wedding? Do you want a small wedding? Do you want, so many people you don't even know who they are? Personal preference. And in your wedding party, don't feel bad because you don't include everyone, including your 72nd, third cousin. It's an elite group, and you shouldn't feel bad for making your decision. It's your wedding. You have that right. And so for your guest list, the app, The Knot, or you can go to their website, which is www.theknot.com. They have a process that you can choose whether to add a +1 to your guests or just have them come single. And this can help to have manageable numbers for your wedding, so that way you don't have so many guests you don't have enough seats, or when you're picking your venue, you know how many people you can have. So say if they say their max is 100, you can't invite 120 because they won't fit, and that would be a problem. And they also have tips and factors to avoid stress and to have the day run smoothly. And now that you've chosen your venue, your colors, your guest list, your wedding party, you should probably think about how much you want to spend. Most people in the United States, they spend more than their budget. And for photography, I found online on thowardphotography.com that a professional photographer runs about $4,100 just for 2 photographers and coverage of an 11-hour day. So that's getting ready, the ceremony, the reception, the send-off, and A non-professional can start at about $100 and up. A lot of people have opted to have family friends take their pictures, whether to get their business started, to have more of a personal touch on photos, and sometimes it's just they don't want to spend the outrageous amounts of money. And one thing that you want to look at for your reception is the cost of food. You don't have to feed people, and the food cost is one of the major costs in the wedding. For the American average, it's about $30 to $1,500 for a buffet. It's about $22 a person, and say if 15 or 50 people show up, it's over $1,100. That's crazy. And for flowers and decor, one of the smaller budgets that I found for real flowers and everything was $6,165. That's outrageous. And the American average for decorations is $33,391 for everything. I'm sure this is not Arkansas, but say like in New York, they can spend over $76,000 because their price of living is higher up there. And for like the average that somebody will spend on a dress is about $1,564 and $248 for a tux. That's rented tuxes, not bought tuxes. And the average amount they spend on a honeymoon is $4,466, and that's not usually included in the preset amount. And in conclusion, weddings take a lot of time, effort, and money to plan. We've gone over some large details such as picking a date, the venue, the colors, and some smaller details like what kind of food, how much you want to spend on photographers and stuff. But at times it may become stressful, but the memories made will make every bridezilla or groomzilla moment worth it. Thank you.
You're a natural on that compared to your first one because you got a lot of experience.
Special guest star.
Been there, done that.